Good morning, church. Merry Christmas Eve. It's so exciting as we are edging into this wonderful time of the year and closing in on just about our last week of reading, if you can believe that. And we're going to be in John chapter 20 today, and we're going to see that even when Jesus explicitly says what is going to happen beforehand, it's still hard not to be surprised or caught off guard. So let's read and let's think about how this applies to our life today. But Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she was crying, she stooped to look into the tomb. She saw two angels in white sitting where Jesus' body had been lying, one on the head and the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "Because they've taken away my Lord," she told them, "and I don't know where they've put him." Having said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know it was Jesus. "Woman," Jesus said to her, "why are you crying? Who is it that you're seeking?" Supposing he was the gardener, she replied, "Sir, if you've carried him away, tell me where you've put him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." Turning around, she said to him in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. She recognizes him. And sometimes I wonder if our relationship with Jesus is very similar to how the apostles, all the Marys, understood Jesus very explicitly, saying exactly what was going to happen, how it was going to happen on multiple occasions, and still at the resurrection seeing angels even, and they just don't understand. They just don't get it. And is it like that for us? Jesus says, "I'm coming back someday. I'm coming soon. So be ready, be doing my work, and be one. And so that when I return, you can have the red carpet rolled out for me." And we could go, "Oh, okay." And we kind of don't act like we should be about his business, waiting for him to return, because in a lot of ways, I don't think we really understand what Jesus is trying to say or what he's talking about, even though it's quite clear to us. Kind of like when Jesus is in the process of restoring John, and he asks him, "Do you love me?" 3 times. The first 2 times is that agape is the Greek word they use for love, kind of that unconditional love the other ahead of you kind of love. And then the 3rd time he uses phileo. "Do you phileo me?" That's that brotherly love, almost like he's asking him, "Do you even like me?" And that's what John is grieved the 3rd time that Jesus asked him. And Jesus poses that same question to us. "Do you love me? So go and do what I've told you to do." And when we delay, I think he might ask us, "Do you even like me? Do you like to hang out with me? Do you like to spend time with me?" And that kind of gets me and provokes me that I want to answer the question rightly and say, "Yes, God, I do love you. Yes, God, you're like my brother. I want to be with you." And so let's not be among those that are surprised or taken off guard, but rather those that are busy getting ready to roll out the red carpet for Jesus, and even more so as this season approaches. I love you, church, and we'll talk with you soon again.